Internet, my name is Ace of Hearts Fox, and welcome back to the Stanley Parable. Looks like we're gonna try to work together with the narrator in this episode, so I'm gonna follow his Stanley Parable adventure line, and hopefully that gets us somewhere. But so far, this game has been a real trip, because it's one of those games that really makes you think about your decisions.
The line knows where the story is.
Huh.
It's over in this direction.
Okay.
Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
To destiny!
Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story?
I mean, technically...
Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself?
Don't.
Whoa.
No.
Hang on. That got a bit weird back there.
Just a little.
Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Okay. This is making it worse, man. Oh, God.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
What about the fern? Okay.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Is this you screwing with me again? I'm gonna just... it's a fern. It's green. I don't know, man.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
No. Oh, no.
No, not again. Line,
damn
how could
it!
you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Fine, restart. See what I care. Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Here it is. Okay.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Yeah!
We're intelligent people, right?
I guess.
Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious.
I like it.
This all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Which direction? Oh, okay. I'm gonna trust you for now.
Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Well, for now, it just looks like blank hallways, which is concerning.
Oh, no, not you again.
No.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms.
Okay.
Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Sure. I'm not acknowledging the line. There is no line. Boom. All right.
A choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Okay.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
I feel like...
Okay. So I know that each door has to lead somewhere.
Do I need to walk in circles?
Somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here.
I guess.
And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin.
I don't even know what he's
starting
talking about.
From the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
Sure, man. Why not? What?
Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
After a long
That's really
time, Stanley
how all
dies?
this goes?
What the hell?
Determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, you consulted me. Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped.
Whoa! Narrator!
Did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
I don't know. Okay,
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
I guess.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now.
Yeah.
We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
Oh, it says here the narrator
Well, in the
restarts
meantime-
again. Whoa! What? What happened? Did the narrator wasn't restarting it though? I don't know. I was just looking at the schedule and oh man, this is freaking me out. All right. This feels like the beginning of the game again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
So the narrator seems
Stanley
normal
decided
again.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Did I reach an ending of the game?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, I'm gonna try the right again.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
Huh.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Something's gotta be different here. I
The
mean...
lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Like, there's gotta be something else about this, right? There's gotta be something else. Do I go through there or do I go through here? Fuck.
Stanley was so
Oh,
bad
God.
at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Something's gotta be different this time.
Look, Stanley, I think
There's an
perhaps
open
we've
door
gotten
right
off
there.
on the wrong foot here.
I'm gonna try to
I'm
jump
not your
down.
enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult.
Here we go.
But the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I feel like that
There's
text is
someone
supposed to
you've been
mean something.
neglecting, Stanley. Someone... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes!
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a
Okay.
chance.
How? How are you going to prove that? Because so far, you've kind of just led me down all these crazy twists and turns and
Now
restarted
listen
games.
carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm going to give you a chance.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you
This
see
seems
that
familiar.
it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
Okay.
And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Show me! I don't like this. I don't trust it. What did I just walk through?
What do we want? What are we looking for?
I don't know, man. Whoa.
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
What the
if
fuck?
we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
What if I just go here?
No, wait. Where are you going?
I don't know about that, man.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Well, I'm not ready to sit in a room by myself and
Please,
stare
no,
at
Stanley,
stars.
let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Whoa. Huh.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
I don't know, man. Like, Fuck it.
No! Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other... No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Let's do it again!
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
Jesus.
You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it.
A little bit.
I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
Oh, now I feel bad.
It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Yeah. That's right. I'm in control. This is my free will. I'm gonna do this.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Okay. That didn't go quite how I expected. I honestly don't know what I expected. Okay. Hey, our phone is ringing. That wasn't happening before.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages.
What?
If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
What? Was there a point to that? Who farted? I feel like there was a purpose to that. Are there gonna be more phones ringing? Or am I just gonna keep wandering back through this, like, same space?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm gonna try the door on the left. I've been doing a lot of door on the right situations. And I'm gonna see what's on the left.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Huh.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Let's go down. I actually haven't been down this way yet.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that.
Yeah.
And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
Exactly.
All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy.
Wait, am I going through
And
the
then
same
something occurred
place
to Stanley.
over and over again?
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh, no.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
This is too much.
I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief
What a
Stanley
relief.
felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh, what the
Then he
hell?
imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun,
Oh,
and Stanley
no.
marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating
No.
everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Don't do that!
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
Damn it!
I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
No!
And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Huh.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
Naturally.
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream.
Did he, though?
Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
Huh.
How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
How?
That this was a dream.
How?
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Okay.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone
Okay,
hear
this is
my
freaking
voice?
me out.
Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Oh.
She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings,
Oh,
and
God.
walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man.
What?
He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Huh! Okay. What? The end is never the end. Okay. Was that just one ending? Was that real? Was that a dream? Or was that just another one of the millions
I
of
can't
scenarios?
wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought.
What?
How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Why did they have a different... So, Stanley remembers everything that just happened. So, is this a dream? Is this not a dream?
Not a single person here either.
Ugh.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Sure, let's go to the boss's office. We haven't been there in a while, so... What's that? Executive bathroom? To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life would be to have to pick just one. Okay. Is that it? I feel like I'm gonna have to come back to this later. Okay. Wait. What? So, can I go through this door? What the hell is that? Business strategy. Okay. Oh, he's shooting a panda. It looked like a creepy smile from over here. Business strategy. Shoot pandas. Alright. Let's go in the elevator. Huh. I feel like this wasn't here before. Pleasant music, though. I feel like I should be paying attention. What's that on the ground? Oh, I can crouch. Interesting. What's that say? It's too shaky to read. Is Stanley kind of singing and dancing along? Okay. What, we just... Did we just end up in the same spot? Or is this different?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley
That
was
was weird.
once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk.
Interesting.
What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra... Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age
Oh,
music.
come on! Really? Really? Calling New Age music. Sir, can I... Can't get out.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward
Absolutely.
into the opened passageway.
Okay. Now what? You know what? We haven't gone to the mind control facility, because I remember before we went the escape route. So let's check out the mind control facility and see what that is. Maybe that's the super scary deep dark secret that my boss has in his office. Ha ha! Okay. We haven't been down
Stanley
here in a while.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Interesting. What's that?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Huh. Alright. Camera. Lights,
Now the
camera.
monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Whoa. So that's... We were down here, but we're down here now, but we were up there before. What the hell's going on? Okay. Lights, camera, action?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
Oh my God.
That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I don't even know at this point. Let's just keep moving forward, I guess.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I don't know at this point, honestly.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay. Now, this seems really weird just because... I mean, I honestly, am I the one controlling Stanley with mind control? Is Stanley under control of whoever's orchestrating all this stuff? I mean, like, the developer? I mean, what's going on here? Is what I want to know.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Off? What? What the hell?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
I like that ending.
Perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Yeah, I like this. Kind of a moral of you don't have to understand everything. You just have to know that it's all your
Stanley
life.
felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
I like that.
And Stanley was happy.
That's a good way to do this. That's really good. The end is never the end. That's the part that freaks me out. Okay. Oh.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages.
Ugh.
If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information.
I noticed there... Where's the narrator?
When Stanley came
Okay.
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness.
No, this isn't my happiness, dude.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps
What happens
we've
if I try
gotten
to
off
jump
on the
down
wrong
there?
foot here. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I don't know what to do, man! Oh my god. This is freaking me out. Oh god. I don't really know what to do at this point. I'm gonna take a little break, and then I'm gonna try to play some more of this in the next episode. So thanks again for watching, you guys. What is going on at this point? I mean, there's a lot of thinking to be done here. I mean, is this a dream? Is this Stanley having a dream about this? Did Stanley just wake up from a dream? I have no idea what's going on, and I need some time to process this information. This is getting insane. If any of you have any tips or guidance for me, please let me know, because this is really heavy, everybody. I mean, this is an experience, and don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying the game because it's brilliant, but wow, it's a lot to take in. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ace of Hearts Fox, and I will see you all in the next video.